Do I feel like I'm being forced to stop collecting Pokemon cards? Yes and no, and I'll be explaining why in a few moments. So I've been collecting Pokemon cards since 2023 pretty consistently, especially throughout 2023 and 2024. Started to slow down in 2025, and now in 2026 I've almost just completely stopped. I've bought like 3 or 4 packs in this entire year, if that. There are many reasons why I feel like I am being forced in a way to stop collecting Pokemon cards, and then there's a few reasons why I feel like I might continue in some form and not just completely come to a halt. And one of the main reasons why I'm slowing down is just due to the limited amount of stock, especially for new sets. Like I go on Argos, I go on like Amazon, you have to like request an invite to buy Amazon cards. You have to request an invite to buy Pokemon cards on Amazon now. You can't buy them like you could like 2 years ago. They're just so sought after, so much in demand, and it just makes collecting them really difficult for like actual players that want to play the game. And that was a main reason why I was collecting Pokemon cards. I wanted to play the game in person. I wanted to build decks and go to like casual and even tournaments of sorts in my local shops and just enjoy playing the game, because I genuinely think it's a really fun card game. And then there's the other reason, which is making content of unboxing, because I really enjoy opening cards and seeing what I get on camera and making content about it. But the inability to get these sets, especially on demand when content on those sets are quite popular, it makes it really difficult to get those videos made. And unless I'm like on the day like pre-ordering from Pokemon Center or whatever, and just like waking up early in the morning to get those like pre-orders or whatever people do to get them, it just feels like it's not something I want to do, and it just feels way too in demand for me to keep up with. Another big reason is because of scalpers, people that buy the sets on like launch and sell them for like double the price or whatever. It's just absolutely ridiculous. The last ETB I bought was at a card show in London in November, and on release that should be about £40–50, and I ended up paying 70, which compared to some of them now probably isn't too horrible, but I felt quite bad actually paying £70 for an ETB. I really wanted to make the content. I really wanted that chance to get a cool card and just be able to open some of the new set, but I just felt like £70 was just I kind of regret buying it in a way now. And don't get me wrong, I've definitely sold like some good cards that I've pulled in videos. I'm not immune to selling cards at the extortionate prices that they go for online. I have been guilty of that, but just like at least with like sealed sets and new sets on release, give us a chance to at least, like, especially for the players that actually just want to collect the entire sets and just play the game or whatever. It's becoming very hard for them to do that, and it's just resulting in them having to like buy them separately online. I just missed the days 2 years ago where I could just buy the ETB of the new set coming out from my website for the normal price. Those were good times, And another reason, which is kind of more on Pokemon themselves and not so much the community, is that there are just too many sets. They come out like every 3 months, and I was someone that was like collecting in and buying all the new sets as they came out like 2 years ago, and it just it takes up so much money. Like if you think about it, especially for getting ETBs, that's like £50 every 3 months, and then there's all like the blister packs, actually trying to collect all the cards. It just ends up taking so much money and space, and I wish they slowed down for people to be able to catch up and actually like appreciate the sets that do release more and have a bit more time with them before the new one comes out. It's just release after release. There's too many Pokemon cards, honestly. And I guess the final reason why I feel like I have to slow down is because I'm just not playing the card game as much as I planned to. Whether or not that's because I'm slowing down buying, or just the extra effort it takes to build the decks and go out in person and play them, especially against like pretty skilled players, and the whole needing a meta deck to have a good chance in tournaments. I really just like the idea of you know, playing casually and making sets from cards that you actually like, that aren't banned or don't, you know, expire after an amount of time in tournaments. Just make decks that you enjoy and play for fun. I feel like that's something I would probably enjoy more than tournament play. But yeah, just there's too many limitations in playing in tournaments, and just the whole meta of needing, you know, certain decks to have a chance of winning, that definitely put me off a bit. But also some of it just falls back on me for not playing as much as I planned to or thought I would. So those are pretty much the main reasons why I am slowing down, not fully stopping. And I say that because there are two reasons why I'm not going to completely stop. I really do enjoy making the occasional YouTube short or Instagram reel where especially when opening packs in various locations. Here I am behind the tree and we're going to be opening a packet of Journey Together Pokemon cards. Let's do it. I do want to continue that little mini series now and then, so, you know, saying I'm going to stop completely forever is not really true. I will buy occasional packs throughout the months that they release, and I will definitely end up still buying some cards for my own personal collection, for my own personal favourite Pokemon. I want to own every Wingull card. I want to potentially own every Pelipper card, and just start collecting more for fun and for content, but just less so than I have been doing. So there are just so many reasons why I just can't keep up. I can't afford to keep this going on, and I just don't enjoy it as much as I did, you know, 2 or 3 years ago. I might change my mind in like a month, you know. I'll be like, oh, what was I talking about then? I love collecting them, you know. I've got that autism brain, you know. I need a hyperfixation on something. So I probably am going to look for like a replacement of sorts for Pokemon. Something that's a bit more in stock, something that's a bit more available, something that I might enjoy more. You know, Magic the Gathering's kind of catching my eye a little bit. I might do a little bit of digging into some, you know, certain themed sets and see if that's something I want to get into. But for now, I do feel like I am slowing down. And if you subscribe to this channel for Pokemon, then, you know, there's still going to be Pokemon videos occasionally. But I'm looking to potentially shift the content on this channel a little bit and focus more on other unboxings, especially going into like Lego. I kind of want to make a few Lego videos here and there. I've got a set right behind me that I want to make a video on, and maybe when the craze around Pokemon cards starts to slow down again, then I might look into getting back into it more. If there's sets more available, if prices start going down, then I'll definitely reconsider looking into it again more. But right now I just feel like I'm gonna be slowing down and focusing on other things, and you know, that's just part of life really. You slow down on things, you stop being into something as much as you was, and you move on to something else. That's kind of what the collecting and hobbies in general are, you know. But also I really still enjoy like the concept of Pokemon cards, and I have been playing TCG Pocket on my phone, so you know, I'm not just stepping away from the community entirely, just more the physical card area. So if you have any agreements or disagreements, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Are you slowing down collecting Pokemon cards? Are you picking them up even more? Tell me why. Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you have any suggestions for anything else you'd like to see on this channel to kind of replace some of the Pokemon content that would have been coming out if I was collecting it as much, then please feel free to let me know. And let's see how long this pause lasts with my autistic and ADHD brain, eh? Please feel free to subscribe if you enjoyed this content and want to see more from me, and I will see you in the next video. Adios amigos.